Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all are fit and fine. So, children, today we are going to recapitulate chapter number 9, The Living Organism and Their Surroundings. Children, we know the living organisms are found everywhere on the earth, like they are present in the desert condition, in grassland, in oceans, forest, in the sky, polar regions, everywhere. So, children, the natural living place of an organism is its habitat. An organism depends on its habitat for food, water, air, shelter, etc. And several kinds of organisms are found in a habitat. So, children, there are two types of habitat: aquatic habitats and the terrestrial habitats. And the adaptation means the presence of special features in or certain habits which enables a plant or an animal to live in its surroundings is called its adaptation. So the adaptations are the spatial features, and the terrestrial habitat means if the organism live in the land, it is called the terrestrial habitat. For example, desert, forest, grassland, mountains, etc. Children, you can see in this picture the desert habitat and the camels that are found in the desert, and the desert plants like agave, cactus, date palms. Children, what are the adaptations of the desert plants? The desert plants have special leaves that are absent, or they are reduced or modified leaves into the spines to reduce the water loss by the transpiration process. And the next adaptation of the desert plant is their stem is green in color and perform the photosynthesis process. The stem stores water, so it is very thick and fleshy in nature. Their deep roots are present because the root system is very deep to collect the maximum water from the deep soil, and the thick waxy layers on the stem prevents the water loss. So children, what are the adaptation in the desert animals? The animals, desert animal like camel has long legs to keep the body away from hot sand. It stores food as a fat in its hump. It can store water in its body. The hooves of a camel well suited for walking on sand, and the long eyelashes to prevent sand from falling into the eyes. Some animals remains in the burrow during the daytime and comes out during the night time. For example, you can see the snake, or you can see this type of the rats. So children, the desert animals found in the burrows you can easily see in this picture. Some adaptation of the mountain regions, that the mountain trees grow in the conical pattern with the sloping branches helps to snow to slide down easily, and they have the needle shaped leaves helps the water and the snow to slide down. The adaptation of the animals that are found in the mountain regions, like the snow leopard, is a white in color. They can hide easily in the environment, and the thick furs are present to protect from the cold. The claws to prevent the slipping on the surface of the snow. The yak is also present in the mountain regions. The long thick fur of the yak protect it from the severe cold in the winter condition. And the habitat of the grassland, is the very good example of the lion. The light brown color helps to hide in the grass of the land, and the long claws which can be withdrawn inside. Both the eyes in front of the head, because they gives the correct idea about the location of the prey. Children, what do you mean by prey and predator? A predator eats the prey and the hunter is the predator. You can see in this picture who is the hunter, and the one who is the hunted by the predator is the prey. The children, the next, aquatic habitat means they are present in the water. The plants and the animals that are present in the water is called the aquatic habitat. Like example is the ocean. The aquatic animals have the streamlined body because for the easy movement in the water, and the gills are also present for the respiration, and the body is protected by the scales. The characteristics of the living organism that the all living things need food, because the food is the source of energy, and all living things grow. You can see this plant is growing gradually, and all living things respire. Both plants and animals do respiration process. During this respiration, oxygen is used and carbon dioxide is released, and living organism respond to stimuli inside. Like for example, these insects like the cockroach move away from the light. Some insects are attracted by the light, and we are also respond to the external stimulus. Plants can also respond to the light. It is called the phototrophism. Some flowers like water lily blooms at the night, and lotus blooms in the daylight. So they are the very important characteristics of the living organism. Except this, all living organism can move, and all living organism have specific lifespan, which have the life cycle in which living organism grow. They first birth, then grow, then reproduce. After maturity they reproduce, and then death is occur. So hope children this topic is clear. Any query you can write in query box. Today I am sending you the worksheet of chapter 9. So you should solve it and submit it today itself. Thank you children.